chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And there's the handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the handoff. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Short throw complete to the tight end. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Second and long for this offense after the sack. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they catch him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that is a tough way to start this game for this offense, throwing an interception on their first drive. Big thing now is you go to the sideline, talk to the offensive coordinator, make a couple adjustments, and come back and play with confidence next time you get the ball.
First down here for this offense. Ball handed off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Here's that defense shifting again. Third down play here out of the shotgun. And the ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. The 10. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner will be brought down. The Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Running through the tackle. And the Sauk were able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with these defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He finds his man. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. He goes down right there, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the option play here. He'll toss it to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Demon Deacons hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Ball handed off. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half. That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Eastern Michigan's offense is back out there now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And here's the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Hands off to the left. Using a strong stiff arm. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keeping it on the ground here. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here comes a handoff. Powerful running into the secondary. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And now the handoff. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Sticking with the running game. And that run produces a decent gain. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. kickoff team now set to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Wake Forest sends the offense back out on the field now. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
You know, I don't want to get away from a jet sweep. I think it's a good call. This one just didn't work out, so now you're way behind on the sticks.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, mistake by the quarterback in putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back in cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Quick completion to the tight end. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. The Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And at first down, they go right back to him. second effort. Their defense cannot stop them short of the marker.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll run it here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake. Now the important point after attempt. Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Eastern Michigan offense back out on the field now. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. And he's got it. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. No chance to catch him. They're setting out to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Defense is coming after him. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass falls incomplete on the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Returner decides to fair catch this. Forest sends the offense back out on the field now. We get the second half started with the running play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Takes the handoff again. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down. The Demon Deacons will line up on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. The ball is loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. He'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll hand it off. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The Demon Deacons come up to the line in the hurry-up. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. 14. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Eagles offense on the field. The back's got it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense going with the hurry-up. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Short connection to the tight end here. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
1st and 10 play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And tackled after a small pickup there.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down play coming up. To snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. And he pulls in the catch. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Launches downfield. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. This offense cannot be stopped. Just a brilliant game for this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, we need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Caught quickly. And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at 38.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses him.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes the catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Eastern Michigan's offense is back out there now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice game.
Now it's 2nd down here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle, but 1st down.
Look, I realize in any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Short throw to the back, an easy completion. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. A quick throw out left, complete. Breaking free at the 35. Poked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Quarterback keeps the football. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. The offense sets up the 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Still no answer for this offense. So the offense flexing here, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll call for the fair catch here. Wake Forest sends the offense back out on the field now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. And the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. The Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
They got some ground to make up. Second and long from the 15. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Eastern Michigan offense back out on the field now. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Caught over the middle. It's Sims. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw him. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
This should be the last play of the quarter. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. It's a short completion of the tight end. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Looking to throw yet again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. That's caught. It's Sims. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that.
Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This one will be fair caught. Force sends the offense back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the Demon Deacons will crank up the tempo. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They're going to run it. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Pressure is coming. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Demon Deacons with 1st and 10 here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. And he drops back in the gun. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
They'll test the right side here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very...
Touchdown, Wake. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Point after, not quite through. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Eagles offense on the field. There's the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
Breaks loose at the 45. Powers through a tackle. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Get some space around the 30. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
That's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is reeling here. Now it's 1st and goal. They're going to run it here. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. And this one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He'll take a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. And the beatdown continues.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he fields it inside the 15. And he's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. Wake Forest sends the offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. That play makes it 2nd and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. The Wake Forest offense back out on the field now. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Tackle made after a big gain.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his 2nd catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And the running back takes the handoff. Can he reach the end zone? Touchdown, Wake Forest. This offense really clicking.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Eastern Michigan's offense is back out there now. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long. Over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Sims. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48. Timeout taken by the offense now. 23 seconds on the clock. First down at 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And he's going to launch it deep again. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. He's going to bring up a third down play. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
Let's go.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Sims. And a big gain down near the 29. They're threatening. The late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. The pass rush. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And on that takeaway, the final play of the game. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting.